Hey y'all, this is Brett, and today I'd like to talk about Greyhound racing. And I don't know that much about it, but I just received an email from the ASPCA, people that protect animals, and as you can imagine, they are not very approving of Greyhound races, and for a lot of reasons, as I've just learned. You know, if you think about it, people that go to Greyhound races, they're going there to gamble and drink. So, there's your first clue. Secondly, Greyhound breeders greatly overbreed, and many puppies never make it to a racing career. The unwanted pups, those that don't measure up to racing standards, are simply destroyed. At each track, approximately 1,000 dogs live in cramped conditions at any given time. They live in cages so small that a larger greyhound can't even stand up. Dogs stay in their cages for up to 23 hours a day. At some tracks, lights are left on all day and night in the greyhound's kennel. At some tracks, greyhounds are forced to wear their racing muzzles at all times, even when they eat and sleep, because it's just too much work to take them off and put them on again. That doesn't surprise me. Dogs are sometimes fed performance-enhancing drugs, even including cocaine and steroids. That doesn't surprise me either. Anything for them to win, right? Thousands of dogs are hurt each year at the racetracks, and many are subsequently euthanized. Others are killed racing. These casualties of racing often go unreported. Racing dogs eat 4D meat that has been deemed unfit for human consumption. Doesn't surprise me. Greyhounds often don't get the veterinary care that they need and often suffer from infections and parasites. All of this sounds exactly the way it probably is. Dogs are forced to run on the hottest and coldest days of the year. When the industry has deemed greyhounds no longer fit to race, they usually, before the age of 6, they face an uncertain fate. While some are retired and sent to rescue groups, others are simply killed or returned to breeding facilities to serve as breeding stock. Blah, blah, blah. So, you know, it's really sad. It's really sad, and it represents a demand. You see, if there were no demand for greyhound racing, then there wouldn't be any greyhound racing. Same with horses. And if people didn't go to the circus to see all the animals being forced to do things that they really don't want to do, I guarantee you that the animals at the circus, if you were to be able to ask them, do you really want to be here doing all this bullshit for people? They would all say, no, we don't really want to be in cages most of the time and then performing for human beings. So what humans need is to be educated about all of these things. And then they need to go within themselves and say, is that right? Is that ethical? Is that honest? How would I like to be treated? And you know what? It's all a bunch of bullshit because humans are total freaking losers. And so I ask you, please, stop being an alcoholic or a gambler or somebody that just subscribes to all of these unethical things in this world. Thanks so much for joining me. Bye.